and welcome back to the Duskmourn Chronicles. If you didn't watch last week, you should. It was intense. It's an hour-long episode that takes about 5 minutes in
psychological time.
Psychological viewing time is 5 minutes. Psychological trauma, it's about 5.5 years. So it's a roller coaster, it really is. Doing the recap though is because we record these videos in batches, hence why if you've written in saying that you hate these recaps and you really want them to go away, they will eventually when we catch up. You get the idea.
Yeah.
Right, doing the recap is number 1.
That's you.
That's me.
Yeah.
Good luck.
So,
That's karma, man.
We can sit back and enjoy this one.
Yeah.
last week on the Duskmourn Chronicles, one of my villains got exactly what he wanted, twice, without any difficulty whatsoever. Another one of my villains got exactly what they wanted with a minor blip on their path. Another one of my villains was unfortunately thwarted and is suffering as a consequence. And one of my NPCs was stuck inside of a barrel. Another one of my NPCs has been handed the goal on a silver platter. And is that pretty much everybody? Oh, another NPC is currently having a heart attack, wondering what the hell they're supposed to do.
Oh no.
And I think that pretty much sums it up.
Anybody have any
Yeah.
clue what he's talking about?
I've got some guesses.
That was what my last week was like. I don't know what the players were doing. They were doing stuff.
Oh no.
Go watch last week's episode to see what the players were doing to all of my NPCs and villains, and it will make perfect sense. Spoiler, it won't. But yes, that is literally what has been happening in my game. I've been having a blast. And so we find ourselves in a pit. Ditch.
A ditch.
With
pit.
Avery on top of Godfried.
Yes.
Knife about to be buried.
Let's pick up from there, shall we? Let's just... I'm angry. Okay, here we go.
Do it!
Ah! And I stab next to you. You're telling me that I'm condemned for the choices that, as far as I'm concerned, I didn't even make. And for your fucking murder. And now here we are.
Yes. That, unfortunately, is indeed the situation. But, yeah, I think you are slightly fortunate in that your memory of this is limited.
Oh.
If I could empty this skull with a spoon, I would.
That can be arranged.
Play on.
Doran.
Yes, have you two?
How?
Made
I
up.
saw you die.
Yes, Godfried.
Let me
Thank
dismount first.
Thank you.
You swing your leg off Godfried.
Wow.
Doran.
Avery, you asked me once what happened.
Let's not. Doran. Not now. Godfried. What is the plan?
Plan.
You always had the plan.
Oh, I'm afraid in terms of my planning abilities, I believe they have expired. I've had a plan for a very long time, but it was based on a false premise, all of this. And so the argument doesn't play out. We are, how does the dwarves put it? Fought!
Well, we are here now, gentlemen. I came back from the dead. I made a deal. A deal I thought I would never make, Godfried.
Oh,
The
no.
deal does not turn me away from my god necessarily, but it does complicate things somewhat.
Doran.
You made a deal, and you... wonderful. Wunderbar.
I listened to your story, Godfried. It's a story of tragedy and of
It's a story of folly.
folly.
40
Exactly.
years of nonsense.
But at the heart of this story is this book, The Crepuscularium. I have a job to do on this plane now, which involves ridding it from the shadow that encroaches from one world or the other. That is what keeps me, and that's what brought me back to this world.
That is the deal you have made?
I have made a deal, and this is in essence what it is about. Can the Crepuscularium help me to do that? That is the question, Godfried.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, it can. But you're not going to like the manner in which it will do this. And that is, if you see the other bad news I received, apparently this Shydov person, his master uses,
Yes.
therefore possesses the Crepuscularium in this case. You know, it has always been out of my reach. If it is already in the possession of some dark force, we are finished.
Not necessarily. My deal might provide me with some additional access or ways to combat the shadow. I don't know fully yet what it is. But I'm seeing things which should not be seen. Maybe there'll be some power which will show itself.
Well, as I said, you will not like what the Crepuscularium has to say. You understand the word crepuscular is to do with the twilight, and you're quite invested in the twilight. But what the Crepuscularium will tell you about the twilight, you will not like this. You will not like this at all. There have been a lot of lies. But there are lies of a cosmic order, of a divine order. You will not like it. If I am right. But of course, I have never even had a chance to look at the book.
Well, as the dwarves say, one step at a time. Godfried, first of all, let's get our hands on that book. But before we get anywhere further, what happened to Georgie? I
don't know.
could not find her. Has anyone seen her?
No, I have not seen her since you were shot out of the sky. I don't know what happened to her. Maybe you should look for her.
Can you locate her?
I will try.
You are hearing voices.
I shout, Doran?
You hear each other.
Yes, she is.
Georgie! Georgie!
She runs and finds them and... Am I seeing things? Are you really alive?
Georgie, it's me.
Why do you look so different? We're the same. It's hard to... What?
You should have been here about 5 minutes ago.
I think I missed up. Are you alright? You so... Oh,
Things are not right at all. Wait till you find out what your companions have done. We have gone from one hell to another.
What have you done?
One does not get brought back to life without some sacrifices, Georgie. I've been granted another chance. And it starts with a confession.
Is it to do with your last words?
I didn't think I would have a chance to tell you this, Georgie. But the last thought I had before leaving this mortal realm was to admit my guilt. I discovered a book in our wizard's tower. One of the reasons, Godfried, why books vex me so much. The book was written in a strange language, but I spent time to uncover its secrets. It led me on a path to some incantations and some knowledge which I thought was just a fancy. It was just fool's words written on a text. And one evening, at the going down of the sun, I climbed the tower, Georgie, and I read the words. there was a rent in reality. The sky for me turned black. And when I came to, I heard only the screaming and the fire, and I ran to the village to try and rescue as many as I could from what I had summoned to this plane. I killed your father, Georgie. Not with my hand, but with my actions. It was my fault. I am sorry.
How could you? How could you take my wonderful, sweet, kind, loving father from me? I didn't see him die. I didn't see what even happened to his body, but I have seen him pass every night in my dreams. Sometimes he's wrapped with shadow tendrils, sometimes he's turned to stone and he's just crumbling before my eyes, and I have to see this every single night. And you just decide to leave. You left me without him, and you left me without you. My mother, she was never the same again. So many people in the village weren't. Some people left. Some stayed. It took so much work to build those people up again. I can't believe it.
Nothing I say will bring them back.
You're fucking right, it won't.
But Doran's heart, his face turns very cold.
She can't look at him.
Know that when my job here is done, I will go where I deserve. We have a job to do. Let us be on that job. For more innocent people are dead.
I don't think this is a coincidence.
Yeah, it's catching, isn't it? Murder.
Yeah.
And you
Basically.
said that you were already under the contract. I have a horrible feeling that we have one shared enemy. And unfortunately, I think both of you work for him. Doesn't matter.
What does anything matter now?
That's a very good
We
question.
still have to stop this from happening again. And that's the only thing left for me, Georgie. After that, I will be gone. You will not see me. You will not hear from me again. You can curse my name for oblivion, because that's all I will have.
Do you want to know something, Doran? I looked up to you. I thought you knew the way. And the only reason why I re-signed that contract was when I heard that your soul was condemned. I thought maybe I could save you.
Of course.
I don't know if you're worth the fucking hassle.
I'm beginning to think the same thing myself, Avery. Believe me.
Well, it seems like we've all got a death wish.
Let us go and die together then.
I've never been more alive.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it matters what we do. Yeah, lead on.
Where do we start? There, we ain't going to get to that port before the centaurs. I mean, for all we know, it could be burned to the ground right now anyway.
We carry on. It's the only thing we know. It's the only thing we can control before.
So what are our options?
When I woke, I saw a darkness, a trail of some description, a shadow, purplish, blackish vision on the ground. My contract will help me to destroy this shadow. It was marching towards the centaurs and towards the port town of Eric Bar. This is what we will destroy. But she was coming, or this creature was coming from the center of this forest, the heart of this forest.
Is that not the thing we saw beneath us when we were up on the rope?
I believe so, yes.
It's going to be
The
surrounded
hooded-
by all those centaurs.
What we understood from the centaur at the beginning of the forest was that centaurs were marching en masse to the port of Erebor, and that this area would be undefended. If she came from this location, or it, I call her she, it, them, there, whatever, whoever they are, there was something of importance at the heart of this forest. Let us get there, cleanse
the heart.
it to the heart of this forest, and carve it out with our fists.
They already think we're dead and dying and destroyed.
They are right to a certain degree.
Sure, why not?
Head to the heart.
Doran starts to march towards the dark heart of the forest.
Why not?
All right. The forest itself seems dark and lifeless, even though the sun has started to rise. It is dawn on this day. It would have been a happy dappling of the light that played through the trees and the leaves, but perhaps it is a bit cold this morning for a summer's day. After about an hour, you arrive at the edge of a very large burnt clearing, maybe a mile in diameter. There is a village of sorts that has been crudely constructed on the southern side of this clearing. Mainly looks to be stabling for centaurs. There's a very binary approach. It's mirrored on either side in terms of the structures and accommodations and things. In the front of that, there is a very large pit, easily 100 foot across, and it is vaguely glowing with this orange kind of light. The clearing is not devoid of life. There are individuals moving around. There appear to be young centaurs playing in the dust. They seem to be kicking about a ball of some kind. And you can see in amongst the buildings there are elderly centaur who are preparing meals, tending to younglings and the like. They are at least 50 feet away from the pit, the closest centaurs. The only challenge is approaching the pit. It is a wide open space, and just looking at the ground you can see millions of hoof imprints. They must have gathered here before heading north.
So 50 foot to the edge of the pit.
Yeah.
And beyond that are the houses and everything.
Correct. No, sorry. You are about half a mile to the edge of the pit. There's the pit, and then there's at least 50 feet, and then the village.
Right.
So we'd be 50 foot in the open.
Mm.
Sorry, what, half a mile in the open?
Correct.
So you got half a mile of open ground to cross to get to it.
Yeah.
So,
That's challenging.
and we have not slept, and our powers are depleted, and we are all
That's a good point.
a little the worse for wear, I think, wouldn't you say, my friend? Oh, this is wonderful. I can call you by your real name.
I would prefer you keep calling me Avery.
Why is this not your name?
That's the name you gave me, isn't it?
Very well, if you wish.
I don't want to associate, though I will take the mantle of the surname Malebranche. This has heft.
Well, the name Professor Malebranche will be well known in Renai, just in at least the courts, so not that we're ever going to see them again. So will we have at least some breakfast or something? I'm very hungry.
Yes, and knackered.
Shall we take a short rest here to at least replenish some hit points? So
I've
discuss
not
what to do
taken
next.
any actual damage.
Challenge accepted.
Psychic, personal, and numinal damage. Yeah. Okay.
I wrote an upbeat song for my Song of Rest, but I'm not going to sing that now.
Yeah. You need to get some Coldplay out, man.
You're not having it. Just tell you a story of betrayal and friends murdering friends.
Indeed.
As one does.
Yeah.
Short rest. All right.
Plus an extra, what is it, D8, D6?
Shit.
Bear with me. But yes, you will.
Your short rest is mercifully uninterrupted.
No.
The children do not stray far from the village, and the elderly have no cause to leave the village.
An extra D6.
I feel like this short rest is just as silent as this moment whilst we're all doing it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, everybody lost in thought. You're absolutely right. I almost didn't even notice, to be honest.
It's
I'm
like
just looking at my book
so
going, oh my God.
Dead air for a
Yes,
minute.
yes,
All right,
yes, yeah. What are you
Is
gonna
that not
do?
happening at your table? So as I'm perusing my book,
Yes.
to do the arcane recovery thing and so on, and I'm muttering to it a little bit. The manifest mind, which hasn't gone down since the whole thing, I think the appearance will change a little bit. And the two sets of eyes are like,
Oh.
and the mouth is slightly downturned.
Your pocket is gently vibrating.
Oh.
So at least you put it on silent, right?
Like, Georgie has been using all of her energy not to strike Doran down where he stands. And this vibration just completely kind of takes her out of the moment, and she finds it and looks at it and
ring.
says, hello? Captain Charles? She does this slightly away from the group behind a tree.
Oh, sure. Well, everyone's hiding behind trees anyway.
Yeah, they're all hiding. I'm just like, I've been pacing a little bit anyway. Yeah, we're not sitting near each other.
No.
So yeah, she's gonna check that she's not too near them, nothing else is near them, and yeah, she's gonna speak softly to the ring.
All right. A very wounded Captain Charles looks at you. The boy is fine. We are not yet out of danger, but I feel that I feel that you should have warned me.
What of?
The invasion.
I did.
You said there was danger.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't thinking straight.
There's a whole fucking Centaur army outside of Eric Bar.
Yeah. What are they like full on going at it right now?
No, they're still setting up their siege equipment and whatever else it is that they are doing. The dwarfs inside have gone ape.
Oh.
Do you know how difficult it was for me to get into that dwarvish quarter and find this drone?
I can. The painter, your picture you're painting makes it sound
And
like it's
then
probably
convince him to give me the prince?
is doing
He
okay.
will recover. The prince is also fine. He is acting a little bit strange.
How strange?
He seemed to be more concerned with the way I was holding him as we were flying away from the city than falling to his death.
Right.
And is he normally so red-faced?
He's a teenage boy. As I mentioned in our previous call, you're quite attractive.
Yes.
He probably has never. I don't think he's.
He should understand that.
I don't think he can control what his body's doing right now. I mean, teenage boys, they're another mystery to themselves, really.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so he's safe.
Okay.
Everything is fine,
okay,
and
yeah.
I have to go right now.
Okay. So they're about to invade, right?
Yeah,
And it's
the
madness
dwarves are completely
inside.
outnumbered.
Oh, God.
If they manage to hold the walls, then the centaurs won't get in. But yeah,
Right.
it's very bleak.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yes, I have a wedding to organize. Auf Wiedersehen.
What? Oh, fuck.
Yes.
I've got to get out.
It's happening.
He's going to marry his crush at least, you know. So
Oh God.
Yeah.
What have
The
we
captain
done?
hadn't thought about that, but she's like, if we just marry him into the family, then we just use him as our own puppet rather than having to control him. Daddy's going to be so pleased.
Oh, she's doing everything just to please her father.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Daddy issues.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Kind of happens when you have a dad for like 900 years who ignores you because you're not your brother and you don't take over other people. And
Oh man.
anyway, okay.
Oh,
But at least he's safe.
yeah.
Yeah. Later on, you'll find that he'd been hidden in a barrel.
I was wondering that he might. And is the person having the heart attack Doran?
No.
No. Oh.
Droon actually did warn the Bane.
oh,
And it's
Oh.
Bane Melbaroon who's currently having a heart
Having
attack.
a heart
This is
attack.
in
Yeah.
this army, but
Unfortunately, other things did not happen, which I can't tell you about.
Okay.
there's
okay.
a temple.
Yeah, Georgie's having a moment to breathe and she's trying to decide if she should tell the others or not, but she doesn't.
That's fair.
We're all still processing.
Yeah.
I need time right now before I save the world, okay?
Yeah.
As you were talking to Charles, I was like, oh, I'm going to have some time to think about what to do about this half-a-mile gap between here and the pit, and I didn't come up with anything.
Anybody else got any ideas?
Sneak around the other side.
Well, I can send the manifested mind out and drop a fireball into the pit and break all the clay jars.
That sounds pretty good.
How's that going to affect the innocent civilians around?
I don't know.
What, in the pit?
Yeah, I know, but will it crumble?
The pit only has the clay jars in it, yeah?
Yeah.
So we break all of those?
Doesn't it go down spiral fiery stuff?
I don't know.
And it's far enough away from...
Yeah, I can cast it through the thing and right straight down.
All right, go for it.
Okay, I'll do that.
While that was happening, I was in my, we were all having a little time to think about what we're going to do. Didn't find anything helpful, but I did think a great name for a band would be Captain Deathwish and his Deathwish crew. That pretty much sums us
Strike
up.
out this whole Duskmourn Chronicles shit and call it that.
Give me an Arcana check.
Yes, sir. Not on point. 12, unfortunately. That's the best I
Well,
can do.
it's close enough. If
Okay.
you just drop a fireball down there,
Yeah.
you'll have no idea how this thing works.
Yeah.
Okay? So what is your plan?
Well, I'll send the mind out anyway. So
Right.
it'll take a little while to get there.
Sure.
30 feet or... 30 feet around, which is not very fast. So, I'll have a peruse. It's sending me back data
Yes.
as it goes. We can hear and see.
Well, you can hear and see?
It can hear and see, and it, without even an action, it just communicates that to me, which is
Sure.
very good.
After 20 minutes, it eventually arrives at this pit, which you realize, being so big, it is clay jars all the way down. Down being the proverbial very far down, probably about 300 feet down, lined with these clay jars. And the jars are all connected by this mishmash of bamboo pipes that have been bound together, and some enter the jars and some don't enter the jars. Some of the jars are glowing with a very vibrant yellowish light. Others are absolutely still. Working around these jars is a wooden platform, kind of very rickety, would not pass safety standards by any standard. Even the goblins would be like, yeah. Look, mate, we're not crazy.
I forgot your goblins are Australians.
But there is a hunched figure that is very slowly moving amongst the jars, wearing sort of tattered brown robes, humanoid, not a centaur, who's gently rotating some of the jars, seems to be, every now and again, sort of unplugs a jar and moves it over. But right at the bottom of the pit, there is this black swirling vortex. And at the edges is this burning yellow flame, which gives the whole thing its yellow illumination.
And I don't really understand what the hell is going on here. I'll relay this to everybody. I don't know what this is. I don't think a fireball would work. Actually, as we're thinking about that, I'll bring the mind back up behind this dude, trying to keep it out of his sight, but just to see if I can understand what he's doing.
Give me an insight check.
Yes, sir. Oh, that's much better. 21.
The non-glowing jars, he appears to lift the jar and then quietly listen to it. And then he sort of nods and then he puts the jar back.
Interesting.
Yeah, you count probably in this entire thing maybe 300 jars.
So if he's working here on the pit, really send the mind the other side.
Right.
Find one of these not glowing jars.
Yeah.
Get the awakened mind right next to it so we can
Yes.
hear if there's anything to be heard.
Doesn't sound like it.
And then I'll go to move to a glowing jar and just scrutinize it.
All right. The glowing jar, you are hearing, it sounds like the shouts of someone in Dwarvish. A commander issuing orders for townsfolk to move here or to move there.
So my guess is that the glowing ones,
There are about 70 glowing ones.
they are still in command of their faculties, and the ones that are quiet have been subdued, maybe?
So the glowing ones are the
The
people
ones,
who look like normal dwarves, and they're about to do the bidding of the
yeah, maybe
Some doors open the
something
gates
has
or-
to be,
like sleeper agents.
some
or something.
switch has to be flicked for them to
Yeah.
fall
What
under
if
the...
you...
I could always try and kill this one.
Yeah, kill one of them.
No, I mean kill the old man that is doing
Oh,
it.
I thought smash one of the jars, see if that person dies on the other end,
But how?
or if it releases their soul on
But how will we know either way?
Well,
Exactly.
We-
Can you not listen to this thing?
I'll see if I can hear someone screaming in pain.
No,
like,
it
this
sends me...
person, can you like read their thoughts or something? Wasn't that your whole plan in the first
Yeah,
place?
that's a good point,
To
yeah.
get closer, is that not the person?
I don't know if this is the person, which is not a centaur, you know, but I'll try it. So, do I have? Yes, I do. I think I do. Yes, oh, fuck no, I don't.
You've got us on a roller coaster. Yes, no, yes.
I will blow a third level slot to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
Through the mind.
Yes.
And that's the second one. That's the, I've only one ability to do that again.
All right.
Yeah.
And this is detect thoughts
On this old geezer.
All right.
Oh, actually, the first thing I'll do, so what the Detect Thoughts can do is it's like a ping of all minds. So I presume, are these all pinging or just the ones that are glowing?
They all ping.
They all ping. Okay.
Yes. The ones that are glowing, it's definitely active. The ones that are not glowing, it feels as if they're in a very black space.
Okay. Then I'll hone in on this
All right.
geezer.
As surface thoughts are, soon this will be over, and then I do not have to carry on with this.
I'll probe a little further so he gets a saving throw.
I beg your pardon? You
I'm
put
gonna
further.
pump further and
Saving
so he gets
Yep.
in.
Fails.
Failed it. Dig.
For what exactly?
So it's thoughts that are prominent in his mind, including
Yes.
feelings, maybe his drives, his foremost desire,
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
You get the feeling that
He knows, by the way, that that's happened. He knows he's being probed, I think.
I thought it only
Maybe only
Yeah.
if he succeeds.
So his surface thoughts are, as soon as this is going to be over, his next thought is, if this doesn't elevate Master, then nothing will. And if Master gets elevated, I get elevated.
Mhm.
And then his next thought is, should he eat the shaman with garlic or with rosemary?
What is he thinking as he's doing what he's doing, though?
Oh, with the jars?
Yeah.
He's, as he picks up a jar, he's like, waste of my time. They are out of commission. But I have to listen anyway. Oh, let me guess. Nothing, because they're in a dark space. Next.
She's checking on them, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you now in a second whether he knows. Either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind. Unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, the creature can use his action. So he's going to know, and he can try to push me out of his thoughts with a contested intelligence check.
Oh.
Yeah. So he knows he's being probed now.
There's someone here. Interesting. He tries to push you out.
20. I rolled a natural 20, so that's 28.
Yeah. You're still in his thoughts.
Yeah. I'm going to find out about his family. Does he have trauma? Does he, everything.
How-
Everything.
And how
Oh.
this thing works?
Yeah.
Oh.
Everything. Yeah. I want to know exactly what he's doing.
You get. You go. You
Not 20, yeah.
You want to know what did you say? You wanted to know
Exactly what he's doing, what
history?
this whole thing is about.
It's
A
not
little bit of his history, yeah, why
Well, cheapers.
not?
The first thought that comes to his mind is the last time that this happened, and then the first time that this happened. And you get this image of a book. It looks like it reminds you of something. Give me a perception check.
Does it remind you of something? Because it's got crepuscular.
Yeah,
on the
right.
front. It's like,
12. Not great.
Nah. It's like when you see something, you're like, oh, I know what that is,
Yeah,
but I
you can't put
cannot
it together.
love of me remember where it comes from or why do I know that or something. And he's reading the words, swept across the heavens, and darkness was brought unto the lands.
Right. Servant of Belkos. Okay. The other thing I want to know is, so he's working on this thing.
Yeah.
So I want to know any attached thought that's relevant to this thing. So I want to understand this whole apparatus.
Can he push you out at the end of each round?
Yeah, I think he can. Yeah. Try again.
I only have room for 2.
He's pushed me out.
Ah!
or 2.
Yeah, his commander. So I suspect, anyway, he's mind controlled or influenced by the master. I will say to everyone, if this guy is important, should probably capture him. I don't know what to do about that, Jazz.
Can we make him tell us how to release the souls?
Yeah, let's go and get him.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. We haven't got much time. The centaurs are already at the walls.
How do you know?
Yeah, how do you know?
Let's talk about that in a bit. We've got stuff to do.
Okay.
So,
Everyone has their secrets.
you all about the actions. How do we do this?
I mean,
Just cross the
I think we just Wild West.
Yeah.
That's half a mile is a long way.
Yeah. I'm already tired, and I have to walk across.
Yeah, my point would be like elderly centaurs don't necessarily mean undangerous,
Yeah.
right? They're wily and older, but kids are here, so I hope that when they see us kind of bloodied warriors, they will be a little bit scared. That's my hope, anyway. I think we just walk towards this bloody pit and end this shenanigans.
Yeah.
I knew I should have took his the other centaur's head with me. That would have been really intimidating.
Daddy.
All right, you start making your way across this ashen floor, and it isn't long before you realize that the kids on the other side have seen these approaching humanoids and have all run inside. And there is a blast of a horn, which sounds out low at first and then sort of rises in pitch. And the gates to this village are pulled shut, kind of sealing it off from this pit. A smaller entrance opens and a centaur emerges. You think it's a centaur. It kind of looks like a centaur, but covered in blankets and sort of rags and whatnot. And you are now probably about 300 yards from the pit itself, when you see the head of that servant sort of look above the lip and then immediately dip back down again.
I'll tell you what I'll do. No, that would be a waste. Never mind, forget it.
All right. And the centaur in rags puts down the staff in the ground. And the staff appears to be made out of bits of bone and some hanging feathers and things along those lines. And the ground just suddenly starts to rip open with these little vents of fire everywhere. And we're going into initiative, if you please.
Okay.
And whilst you're doing that, can you flip over to this side of the maps? For no particular reason, other than maps are visually interesting, right? We're going all the way over,
Yes.
right to the bottom map. And we're
Look
flipping
out
it.
for your
Are you
cable.
flipping everything over?
Oh yeah, my cable's inside.
So
Hang on a sec.
I'll pull it
Here
out,
we go.
Yeah, got it.
turn it around,
We're
and
good.
roll it down.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It's
Thank you.
almost like he knew.
Almost.
That's why they called him Ukraine.
Or I just bought 6 maps with 6 amazing sides, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah.
And the horrible thing is, we never know.
We just don't know.
Do I still get advantage from you for my initiatives, or has that changed since you've returned from the dead?
You have it.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
I think I might, with Guy's permission, after this combat encounter, I might rejig some things character-wise.
Yes, that makes sense.
You are not what you once were. But you've done well.
Put this coin in
Very
front of me.
intelligent.
So I see it.
Professor Guy.
Nothing.
No, that's
Four
gone.
for
Oh, okay.
stuff.
Yeah,
And what is
oh,
also gone
crap.
is
Remember what I
all
said
the
about
ghosty
not
stuff.
memorizing magic
You get cantrips as well, right?
Yeah, they want you back.
Yeah. But big stuff is all gone.
Woo.
I'm sure I can make some.
All right.
Well, said we were on a death wish.
I'm always happiest when I'm closest to
Okay.
Guy.
So here is the pit.
It's been a very good campaign for Avery.
Sort of there-ish. Okay. And there's a wooden platform. That spirals downwards. All right. And these are all the clay jars. Okay. So we have this little figure here who has stuck his head up and crouched down again. And for ease, let's say that you guys are approaching from this side. And this shaman is about there. We'll take centaur shaman, humanoid.
The shaman's not dead yet.
No.
Just on
And
the
yeah,
menu.
10, 20, 30. Yeah, that's fine. You guys are where you are. So let me ask very quickly. Ooh. Okay.
Bugger. Not bad.
I like your rolling style.
Yeah.
It is just like your hat on the other side.
Right. Doran.
22.
Oh, cute. Georgie.
12.
Avery.
13. Oh, sorry. My
No.
mind died for 23.
It really did.
My mathematics hasn't returned to me.
9.
Perfect. This is where we find ourselves then.
We need to like start smashing some clay jars to see what happens.
Minion.
as well.
Minion.
Yes, because you don't know his
From
name
his-
yet.
Of
so
course.
he's a minion.
Arcana check, we know that just putting a fireball in there wasn't going to do anything, so...
And I
But
had
we
to
don't.
blow my last 3rd level slots of cast to detect thoughts, so I don't have that
Yeah.
option now anyway.
Avery, what are you doing?
It's a very good question, my friend. Some things have changed.
Yeah, they have, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
They have.
Uh-huh.
Just walking forwards menacingly to start with.
How far forward?
When I say walking, of course, I mean flat out sprinting at 60 feet per second. Per round, rather,
Wow.
per second.
Could you move him forward to the edge of the pit, I suppose, is where you get to.
40.
And did you say there was a wall around the entire circumference?
No, there's no wall at all. It's just a pit straight down in front of you. You could drop down onto that wooden railing if you like.
How
Drop
far down?
about 6 foot.
Yeah, I'll jump down.
45.
Yeah, and I'll start descending.
Oh. Yeah.
Because he's above, in theory.
Who?
This
Yeah,
fellow.
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I will
absolutely.
descend.
All right. Duran.
Yeah, I am going to run my 25 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast Moonbeam at 2nd level. And it's going to descend on top of Minion.
He doesn't get a saving throw, or does he?
Con 14.
Ooh, 4.
Okay, so I immediately damage, yeah?
I wonder how many hit points this guy has. So they're really, really low.
Super high, yeah.
9 points of radiant damage.
She screams in pain and clutches at his sides. I surrender! I surrender! I surrender! Is what he's shouting. In common, specifically.
Okay.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
This guy gets to act, and all that he does is his staff is buried in the ground. The ground is opened up with all these little cracks of fire everywhere, and he seems to just twist his staff, and wherever there is fire on the map, this vent of heat and air just blasts up. So I need Doran, I need Godfried, you're on a tile with a crack. You're okay, and you're on the... So it's just the two of you, unfortunately.
Dex?
Dexterity saving throws, please.
Step on a crack.
1.
Break your mother's back.
Inhale.
Yeah. And you're all the 3, right?
Yep.
But you've all got your hit points back.
Is this fire damage?
Yeah.
I'll cast Absorb Elements as a reaction.
Oh,
Take
nice.
half.
Ooh.
Ooh, even better.
Hey. Take my first rodeo.
21 points of damage, or halved, is 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Georgie.
Right,
He
I'm
then moves.
gonna make a run for it. I've got 40 feet is my normal.
Yeah.
40.
Okay, I'm gonna use the rest to dash and up to our minion.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
So glad to hear that you surrender.
Yes,
How
yes.
do we release all these souls?
That's spiritually, or what's your goal?
To return the souls to their bodies.
So that's not entirely possible.
Right, well, what is possible?
And he will give you an answer in a bit.
Fair.
Godfried.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to check whether my current spell requires concentration. Do forgive me for one tiny moment, clerical business to understand.
Well, I understand.
If there's any gap in the transition, blame fucking D&D Beyond for being a slow piece of shit. It's not. It's
But very
wonderful.
helpful for new players.
Yeah,
Same time.
man, we don't work for these guys. So no, it doesn't. So I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat, but I'm not going to retreat. I'm going to go forward very quickly indeed.
It's not the way the spell works, man.
Expeditious advance. Okay.
Expeditious Charge, if you like, I don't know, whatever you like. So basically, when I cast a spell, I get a bonus action. As a bonus action, I can immediately move 30 feet. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
The spell itself is a bonus action, so if I have a line of sight in this guy, actually, tell you what, I'll just move up to the edge of this anyway, so that I'll move there where there isn't a fucking crack. Burn my ass off. And I shall... Not many attack. Okay, never mind. I'll hit him with Chill Touch.
Okay.
Just cause. Does he look as if he's about to drop? Or is
The minion.
The minion?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks wounded.
Wounded
He's about
or like bloodied?
Bloodied.
Okay.
And he's about to give us information.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that then.
But this guy...
Smash a jar.
Yeah? Yeah, fuck it. Godfried doesn't give a shit anymore, so he's just going to not shock and grasp, but Chill Touch a jar. We'll go for a lit one.
A glowing one?
Yes, if possible.
All right, make your attack.
Ooh, 28.
And do your damage.
2d8 necrotic.
A 2d8?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, that's fine.
11.
Okay. The jar smashes, and as it smashes, there is this dribbling of sort of like a pale purple essence out of the bamboo pipe that was going into the jar.
Oh, interesting.
And suddenly the yellow light in the jar just shoots up into the air and continues ascending and then vanishes.
I don't know what that did.
Can I make a religion check as a cleric to see what happened to that soul as it flew away? 10 plus 3, 13.
If you read your scriptures, that's a soul ascended. A pure soul that was returned to its... Well, is returned to its rightful dominion.
I look at it longingly.
Yeah, right.
There was a moment when it could have gone either way, however.
Yes.
Right? Did I spot that as well?
No. It definitely... I was just rolling to see which way it was going.
Okay.
But it
Because it might be
yeah.
going the other way, right?
Yeah, it just went straight up.
He was a nice guy.
Okay.
He was a nice soul.
Yeah.
I'll just go...
Was a nice tool.
That's very interesting. And yeah, that's it.
All right. The minion looks at you. You can release them. That will allow them to ascend or descend depending on where they're going. But the bodies are so destroyed that even if you were to return the souls to the body, they'd probably die instantaneously.
All right. So what happens to the body if we release the souls? Do they just
It
die?
stops working.
Well, at least then they're not fighting against the dwarves themselves.
You know about that plan?
Yeah. Do I look like an idiot?
No.
Answer carefully.
What a saucy look. Did you see that?
No, definitely not, mistress.
Yeah.
Avery, back to you.
Okay, now here's where things hopefully get interesting.
Oh, all right.
Because it's been boring up until
Yeah.
It's all been...
Oh, it's been no say, miserable life, death.
Bullshit, I don't know.
In Avery's hand, he's holding his standard rapier in his left hand. He channels some different kind of energy through himself today.
And from his hand almost grows this dark rapier. This hexblade rapier.
Oh.
And it has Alphonse's house sigil written on the back of it. And he points this magically summoned rapier at Matey Boy at the back there. I'm going to fire a couple of Eldritch Blasts his way.
Juicy.
Multi-class.
Or we threw out the window and started again. I have re-signed my pact.
This is true.
120 feet. So this 10. An attack. Let's do. I'm just going to do it through the app for now because I haven't written it down on paper.
Yeah.
So, actually, no, it's a +8. I can roll that. Where's my d20? It is a 24 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Cool. And I'll do the second one just in case that hits as well. Oh, yes, that one is only a 22.
Yeah.
Let's do some d10 damages. +4.
Oh, sir has agonizing.
So 3 + 5 is 8. +8, 16 damage.
What is the color of your Eldritch Blast?
Very. Ooh, I think it's shadowy. Yes.
Black light.
And it fires from the tip of the rapier that I just summoned.
Really? Doran.
Doran,
Laced.
remembering his deal as well, he reaches into the bestial inside him and wild shapes into... I'm joking, I'm fucking I'm joking.
I'm just watching. He gets to unplan. I don't want
Doran's still a clown. Everyone thinks it's boring. 5, 10, 15, 20. No crack? No crack? Can I get a DM rule on the crack? The crackiness of that
Where you would
square?
be there? There's no crack there.
Perfect. Doran's going to stand there and I'm going to channel divinity, Twilight Sanctuary. This comes out, so everyone within 30 feet, I think it is. So everyone gets 10 temporary hit points. And I'm going to bonus action move my moonbeam over to that boyo over there.
Nice.
He also gets dragged 10 feet towards us.
Okay, so the moonbeam doesn't go that far, but
Sure.
Yes,
What's the range of
grasps of Hadar.
120 feet.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. So he has to make a constitution
They're
save?
con 14.
He passes.
Okay, he takes half damage, right? Because it's 11 spell. I think.
Yeah.
So he takes two points of radiant damage.
All right. It all counts.
It all counts.
It is his turn. He can't do that trick anymore. So now he levels his staff at you, Doran, as a matter of fact, because you're in line of sight. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. You're within 80 feet. He points his staff at you, and this swarm of bees starts appearing around the staff, and then he just fires it sort of straight at you.
Yeah.
And this stinging ball of angry wasps and bees comes straight at you. Constitution saving throw, please. As they sting everywhere.
26.
26. Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay, you take half damage as their stings fail to do very much. 7 points.
7 points. And my con is fine as well. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
All right, and then he is going to back away. George.
You're quite right. I am your mistress. So I want you to release these souls and shut this whole thing down.
You want me to do it to all of them? I shall do that, of course. But you do understand that if I do that, the central portal will collapse.
Right. Well, I better get out then. Down you go.
Yes, mistress. And you want me to start smashing from the bottom?
Wait.
It makes no difference if I smash.
Is it just smash everything?
Yes.
Okay, well, yeah, let's go down to the bottom and work our way up, and maybe you might get out and you can be my servant. How about that?
Your gratitude knows no bounds.
Yeah. All right. I start dragging him down with me. Smashing every other one as we
you-
go, just to save time on the way back up.
Going down or up, depending on
Yeah.
what is happening. In Erech Bar, whenever you smash a dark jar, one of the dwarves in the catacombs of the temple just slumps. A light jar, suddenly a guard who was about to open a door into the outside world slumps. Godfried, what are you doing?
All right, I'm going to let me get in range of this 120 feet. Okay, I'm going to chill touch this guy over here, if at all possible.
Sure.
And what I'm going to try and do is, so I've still got the speed thing going on. Basically, I'm watching the ground underneath me. I think he stopped doing that, though, right? There doesn't seem to be any fire erupting. Okay, fine.
He is 110 feet away from you.
I got 120 feet
Oh,
range
nice.
on the chill touch.
Lovely.
Aye. That would be another poor attempt. Ah, no. 288 damage? Nah. I'm learned to hang on to this shit. Could have used that in the last skill challenge.
Oh gosh, how things would have been different. You and Minion are smashing jars. Avery, back to you.
More warlock stuff, if you please, sir. Is that okay with you guys?
You do what you need to in order to fulfill your contract.
It's coming out of me. I'm going to point the sword up in the air this time and drive it into the ground. A crack, well, actually into the wall, rather. A crack appears in the wall, and I'm going to roll a d6 and summon some lesser demons.
Oh, shit, yes.
To do your bidding.
2 demons, challenge rating 1 or lower.
To, yes, blobs of teeth and eyes.
For now, I will point in that direction and command that they crawl out and attack.
Oh, all right.
Smash the jars.
You're right, you're quite right. Start smashing jars, minions.
They literally start moving as slugs and changing shape until they get to a jar, and they can sort of wrap around the jar, and then the whole jar collapses, and the soul bursts from them like a bubble bursting through this
Kill this shitload of dwarves, man.
old custard. And then it sort of moves on to the next one and then moves on to the next one.
I hope Avery's redemption wasn't what anyone wanted to see.
Doran!
Yeah, I'm gonna move my moonbeam over on top of that guy again, so he can give me another DC 14 con save, please.
Oh, succeeded.
So he takes 3 points of radiant damage,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna guiding bolt him at 120 feet.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, yes.
Okay. 4d6.
Nice.
So that's 5 plus 6, so 11 points of radiant damage.
Very nice.
And next advantage on him. Next person has advantage.
Attack with advantage.
Yeah, just there. I'm still within range of everyone with the Twilight Sanctuary.
He's got to get closer. All right, he might as well. Risk it for a biscuit. 10, 20, 30. He stumps forward, braces with all 4 of his hooved feet, and starts to spin his staff around. And as he does, he starts to create this vortex. And we've got this template here.
Yeah.
Just so that we can see who we can get if we do it. I can't get... I can if I do. I mean, you can't do it off angle. That's cheating. So he can get you to... Yeah, he can get you to...
Well, he's lower than I am.
He is, but the vortex is an
He's
up and
going
down.
down,
It's
right.
a column, so...
They would.
Yeah, he can get you to, or he can get you to, barely you to. No, he's going to just drop it here. The swirling column of a dust devil comes swirling around, picking up bits and pieces and all kinds of rubbish and rubble, and flicking it across both of you. And as it does, it's picking up bits of bone, sticks, which sort of bash and that sort of thing. And so you both count as being obscured, and you can't see out of this, and you also find movement very, very difficult. It's very disorienting, being in this swirling vortex. So yes, that's where you find yourselves. Have you got a concentration spell going?
I do.
You need to make a concentration check, and
Sir.
if you have a concentration spell, you need to make a concentration check as well.
Remind myself how this works. It's been a little while since I last summoned demons.
You do.
All right, well, you figure that one out. Georgie.
Right. How
concentration.
are we getting through the smashing? Like, is
You're
it?
getting there, but it's,
Yeah,
Smashing
it's gonna
it.
keep him.
sometimes you whack a jar and it's a dull thud, and
She's gonna do some definitely some scoops along and just she's really letting out all her aggression and anger at Doran and everything she's just heard, and she is just going for
Smashing.
it, but
Demons
being
go
aware
bye-bye.
that she needs to be able to get out.
The demons.
Demons went bye-bye.
Demons
all
went bye-bye.
So of the jars, you're about 18% of the way through.
Shit.
You're getting there, but
Yeah.
they're each in their own little niche, so there's a bit of time that gets taken. Are you going to carry on doing that? Focus just on that.
Is there any faster way of doing this, minion?
Yes,
What is it?
we could flood the pipes.
Let's flood the pipes.
No one should be in this tube when that happens.
Well, how do you flood the pipes? Where do you need to be?
He points to the top level that you found him on,
Yeah?
and the bamboo pipes all come to it looks like a trough. And he points at the trough.
All right. And that's going to release them all, yeah?
Set it on fire, it'll cause a cascade to run through the entire system and it'll explode.
Let's do it.
Brilliant.
All right. Let's get out of here, minion. Why don't you enjoy yourself? With the exploding. You might not enjoy it. I don't know your life. Get out of here. She starts smashing some more as she's coming up the top and dragging minion along.
All
as
right,
well.
so
Yeah.
the two of you get to the top, and he quite happily well, not happily, he will stand there and
Do you have a flame?
Oh shit.
A rage is a flame.
just scream at it.
Ah! I mean, I've got a tinderbox.
That should be fine, but
He points to Avery, who's still down, 6 foot down.
Avery, get out of there!
Worry not, I have a plan.
Okay, Godfried, the entangled.
Trying to get out of this as best I can.
Okay, it's
by
you're
moving.
effectively grappled by this thing, so you have to make an opposed grapple check. Dexterity or acrobatics.
Okay. I've rolled a 17. I will go for dexterity because that's plus nothing.
Perfect.
Okay.
You managed to punch your way through.
Okay.
Not a problem.
I presume the dust owl noise is too much for me to have heard that conversation.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on. And I'm exiting
Yes.
this as best I can. So I'm just going to go for this guy again.
Not on the crack, though, yeah.
Not in the crack, indeed.
Yeah.
So I shall send the sickly green looking hand toward him again.
Advantage.
Quite so.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good spot.
And I needed it, so that's an 19.
19 is a hit.
If it makes a difference, this means he can't heal on his turn.
Oh.
Because he's regenerating or shit like that. As the hand sucks the life from him. 12 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, he's bloodied.
Good.
He's not looking good. Top of the round.
I'll also just say, very kind of offhandedly, I don't know if it's a good idea to kill all the dwarves. No, whatever.
Avery.
They're already dead.
No, I don't think they are.
I think.
What?
Very dramatically, I take a step forwards as though to fall off the platform, and then I misty step away in a puff of shadows, right behind the.
Oh.
That's it.
Well, how far can I go again?
Misty steps.
It's either 30 or 60.
It's 30. So how
Oh,
close? Can
you
Definitely
can't
Definitely
get to the
not.
side
You
of
get
the
up on if you go at an angle, you can get up at least out of the pit.
Yeah, I'll put you there.
Okay, that was a bonus action.
Yeah.
As an action, I mean, you can't go wrong with some eldritch blasting.
I mean,
can
that
you?
is what you do now.
Yeah.
Oh, Warlock, that's what you do now.
The bread and butter.
Mm.
Oh, yes, that's 19 plus a lot.
Oh, good. Yes.
And 12 plus, well, when I say a lot, I mean specifically plus 8.
Beautiful.
So, dirty 20.
Yep.
Each time I hit him with each of these beams, he'll be pulled 10 feet towards me as well, little invocation-wise.
Mm-hmm.
I picked it quickly on the fly and it sounded fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does sound fun.
Let's do some damage. So, 9 plus 9.
Ooh,
18,
lovely.
18 plus 8.
Oh,
27.
Poison damage.
There we go.
Do you see?
And I'm laughing with glee.
Yeah.
Unlimited power.
Duran.
Georgie, do you need help? He shouts. But before he gets an answer, he will move over here. And he will move his
Moonbeam.
moonbeam over. Concentration, con 14.
Failed.
Okay, he takes full damage, which is 12 points of radiant damage. I use my last first level spell slot to guiding bolt his ass.
Oh,
which
nice
is a
shot.
hit.
I forgot. I only get 2 spells now because I'm bloody warlock.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That is the nasty
18
side
points
of,
of
that shit,
radiant damage.
How does he die?
Yes! Oh, I don't know.
And by the way, on the button,
man. On the button.
Yeah?
he had 100 hit points. He's on 82, and 18 puts him on 100.
Perfect. Oh, I don't know. I'm just tired of this bloody world, and I just smash his head off and shout to Georgie, ignite the thing.
Wait! Godfried thinks it's going to kill everyone. Let us know what you think.
I just think that the ones that are lit, it's a living person. And when you destroy the
Eldritch
thing,
Blasted Jar. Eldritch Blasted Jar. Eldritch Blasted Jar.
Minion, is that the case?
No, the illuminated jars are simply a way of keeping track of which of our agents are still active in the field.
Oh. Off you go.
Right.
I
I
was-
think it's better to be in the other end than
Yeah,
in the other life
I
than
agree.
stuck in a jar.
I agree.
All right, you ignite the fluid that is linking all these jars together, and it's as spectacular as you would think. Until it gets all the way down to the bottom to that black swirling portal, which then suddenly erupts out in this globulous sphere of dark energy, and then splashes back in on itself, and then just vanishes, leaving behind nothing but dirt where it once was.
Georgie's going to grab Minion by the front. What were you doing with that portal?
It's a portal to the Shadow Realm so that the Master could communicate with the Master.
Which master with which master?
Name the masters, please.
My Master's name is Fasak.
For sack.
Yes.
F-E-S-A-K?
Fasak.
Fasak. Okay.
Yes.
And he serves.
Well, my Master serves the grey one.
What is his actual name, though? Surely you just don't just call him the right one.
We're not allowed to speak his name.
Does it begin with the letter B?
No.
Does it begin with the letter, I'm going to throw you down a deep, deep pit?
Yeah, just tell us,
It's not
because
there anymore.
otherwise he's going to kill you.
Does it begin with, I'm going to stab you in the face?
Yeah.
Can't break my resistance.
Can you write it down?
No, but I could draw the symbol.
Okay, I'll give him a piece of parchment, one of 98. And
Or we could say,
Let's
does it look
guess
like...
what he draws, shall we?
Yeah.
hang on.
here it is.
Is it that one?
Yeah.
I'll show my lovely little Avery gem.
It is indeed. They should point.
But that's not the one that we had before. Is it?
Yeah, this is the.
Is that the one
this
that
is
says I?
Because we're looking at it from a different
Oh, yeah.
angle.
Yeah.
Is his name Berko's song?
No.
Oh, that's interesting.
Have you heard that?
Is
name
it not
before?
the other one that was going to meet with us?
Yes, I have heard that name before.
Who is it?
Balcoision.
Yes.
I believe he's a petty necromancer.
For
Petty
now.
necromancer.
For now he is, yeah.
In the Shadowfell.
No. Here on the prime material plane.
Interesting.
With ties to your order?
As far as I am aware, there is some collaboration, but Fasak was not particularly enamored with him.
So, what is the name of this collective thing you belong to?
We are
Cult or organization, whatever.
the darkness.
The darkness. It's not very imaginative.
It's a good band.
It is a good band, yeah.
What was that thing we were going to be taken to when we were in the Shadowfell?
Fuck.
Yeah, I just don't think Georgie remembers the name.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
So we asked the minion, what can
Yeah.
you tell us about Chel Altak? Have you been there?
It is the capital city.
Yeah.
And who lives there? Your master?
Yes, many of the lords live there.
How many are there?
I couldn't tell you exactly.
Fucking, this is huge.
What exactly is your role? I mean, what is your title or what is your job description? Or?
I humbly serve my master in whichever capacity he deems necessary.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, it was tending to the jars.
I see.
You will have struck a significant blow against his advances.
Well, that's something.
And what does this mean for the invasion?
It simply means that there will be no inside support for the armies when they arrive.
That's good.
They should have arrived by now already, as a matter of fact.
And do you know of any other underpinning weaknesses we can pull on to stop the centaurs?
I'm not privy to that kind of information, I'm afraid.
Damn.
I feel like you should grab this guy by his access card. Push him into there. No, never mind.
Doran will walk over to the side of the pit and he'll look down. Can I see anything with my new sight?
Oh, the bottom of the pit, as far as you're concerned, is pitch black.
But not just natural darkness,
No.
pitch black.
Something still there.
And is it stirring or is it just...
It's slowly starting to evaporate.
Okay.
I see it too with my devil eyes.
That sight is lovely. I love that.
In fact, my eye patch, I take it off and throw it away.
Oh.
You suddenly realize, I have depth perception again.
Okay, I walk over to the shaman and I rifle through its body for anything of significance.
Difficult to tell. It's lots of strings of bones, teeth, bits of hair, some feathers. Definitely, there's some magical stuff here. There's no doubt about it. The bones have got inscriptions on them that are particularly fine. But yes, you're rifling through. If you write shaman bones, when we identify, you can learn what they are.
Not right now, I don't think. I think perhaps we should leave.
Yeah.
Fasak will be aware that you have shut the portal.
Why? Because you told him.
No. A significant amount of his power would come through that portal. Without the portal, it's significantly diminished.
On what plane is he now? Is he here or in the Shadowfell?
Yes, he is leading the army.
I believe Fasak was the person that we saw.
Yeah.
Under
I thought
the-
that there was somebody else. Good.
No.
Okay.
Well, there we go. We've done something.
We managed to do something. Shall we make our way back towards the city now?
I am very tired.
Me too.
I need to sleep.
I wouldn't advise sleeping near the centaurs.
Well, yeah.
They might
I'm
be
not
old, but they'll
talking
certainly
to
want
you,
to
you
rest.
silly little man.
Need to get out of here.
In fact, there's another interesting thing I've realized I can do now. And I run him through with my sword.
Nice.
And then summon him as an accursed spectre under my bidding.
Love it. Love it.
I thought that would rock your boat.
He looks back at you.
You work for me now.
You serve me.
I would have done so if I had been alive.
And yet I prefer you this way.
So be it, my master.
Oh dear.
Does he know the area, Avery? Can he take us someplace safe so we can rest?
Yes.
I don't think there's much we can do back at the...
Are there any other agents watching over us as we speak?
No one remains here in the village.
I didn't hear a master.
Master.
There we are. Then let us find a safe spot.
I would suggest a different continent, sir.
That tracks.
Can you ask him to tell us everything he knows about the whole plan?
Of course, that was the intent.
My deepest regrets, my master, but I was only privy to Fashak's plans here on the Dwarvish territories.
But at least you are no longer bound by your oaths. You can tell us the name of... Was it the Great One?
The grey one.
The Grey One.
Oh, the grey one.
I thought it was a contract.
Oh, sorry, excuse me, that's rather different. The grey one?
As for his name, there are many names by which he is known. Principally, the Grey One within the Shadow Realms. There are rumors of other names, Shaidath being one of them.
Oh my god, we're all gonna have a stroke.
Shido?
Shaidoth? Seriously, Shaidoth?
Yes,
Oh my god.
you have met Shaidath.
Yes. Two of us have.
Somebody calls himself Shaidoth, yeah. Oh my god. Why would you? No, that
Godfried,
doesn't make sense.
At least it means he does not have the book.
Maybe he does. But you see, that's what does not make sense to me. If the Shaidoth is the Grey One, like some kind of quasi-deity of the Shadowfell, why would he bother lingering in an elven prison? And why would he need an orb to get himself here a Nyon? He doesn't need it. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't think I care anymore.
Can we be walking and talking away from the
God,
central
sure.
village
Yeah,
this
yeah,
whole
yeah,
time,
yeah,
please?
yeah, right.
I'm assuming that, but I just so we've said
yeah.
it.
Can I look at the shaman who we exploded? Was he under any sort of curse, or was he just doing things of his own?
No, he was just a centaur shaman trying to protect his interests.
I might decapitate him and take his head in my bag.
I think he blew his head up.
Yeah, his
If
guiding
there's a-
bolt blew him up.
If there's there's enough head to contain within a sack to be recognisably head,
Yeah, sure.
then I will contain this. For I think it will be useful later.
You
Doesn't
have
make-
freely embrace the darkness, my friend.
This is what happens when you murder your best friend.
But did you not make your little pact before that?
Apparently so.
I wonder, was that why you were able to suddenly outstrip me?
It would add up, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it just?
And I feel this wealth of power.
Yeah.
I feel a connection to Alphonse more deeply than I ever thought possible.
I wonder who this Alphonse is.
I almost feel him speaking to me freely from within this blade as I summon it again into my hand.
Do an Arcana check on that shit.
Go ahead.
18? 19. 18. Sorry. Mixing my my spell attack bonus with me.
I guess it would depend on your knowledge of, pact magic.
So
Yeah.
Hex
identify the
blade.
pack money. Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
not surprising.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Neat trick.
Do
Avery.
not be troubled, master, by the words of that old one. Every Dark Lord deserves to have unlimited powers, and you should always embrace the darkness.
Do you still have a connection to your master Falsac?
Unfortunately, no.
No.
When I died, because of the master's wisdom, I lost connection with the master.
Where was he when the connection was severed?
At the walls of Erich Bar.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just confirming.
I really like the fact that despite the fact this guy is now an incorporeal spectre, he still has a lisp. I love him.
I love him.
He is now a,
I adore him.
That's so
a
cool.
spectre as of the monster manual stats.
Yeah. that's
Straight
With
out
some
of-
bonuses that
Did
I
he leave his
flagged
body
in.
behind?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
He's one of the Igor straight out of Terry Pratchett.
Yeah. All right, that's where we end this week. As well, things are happening. Right, so let us do something
Did
we
you
haven't done.
something right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
nice.
Yes, you did. I rolled a 6, and that is Brendan.
Yeah. Okay, so at the beginning of the session, there were various characters brought back to life. Avery and myself, we had made some deals with infernal beings, and we got together through luck.
This is your favourite moment.
Oh, I thought I knew the recap.
No.
Oh, okay.
If you haven't watched this episode, what the hell are you doing watching this last part?
Disregard.
It's been
a long day, viewers. It's been a long day.
But we're there. We made it.
I think I like the warlock reveal. I think that was nice.
Yeah, I didn't tell anyone of that.
And yeah, I just like that the way that the group we continue to surprise each other.
Oh yeah.
You know, there is a lot of tension, but you know what? I don't feel at playing with this group and with this GM that it's ever game breaking, because we know it's a game. We know we're going to work through these things, and you know what? A little bit of tension and juiciness.
Oh yeah, man.
Just makes it a little bit piquant.
Yeah,
right? So
yeah,
I'm happy with all this.
Yeah.
Despite my face, which is weeping.
No, great. It's great.
All right. That's us for this week. We'll see you again next week. Goodbye.
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 Goodbye now.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Master.
Yay, we're a party of 5.
Yeah, we got
a minion.
Until my next long rest.
Oh!
And then he vanishes.
All right. Well, there you go.
Then I have to keep his body around.
Hey man,
No, so I'm gonna-
you're the GM. You can make that guy stick around if you want.